been a couple of days since we did any videos. Waiting on that guitar neck to come in. It's supposed to be here today, but I need to make a new template for my P90s I'm going to use. I thought I had one, but I can't find it, so I must have thrown it away in the haste of cleaning up the shop here a while back. So I'm going to take this piece of pine right here, and we're going to make a new template. And now what I like to do, sit down, see, is measure off all my center points on here. Some of my measuring devices. Let me find my eyeballs. So anyway, like I said, started to say was, I like to measure off. Let's see where we're at here. We're at 280. So what is that, 140? 140. That's millimeters I'm quoting here. I find that using millimeters sometimes is just a quicker way to find center on stuff. Especially for me, I don't do well with numbers. Along with Alzheimer's and all that stuff, I have dyslexia. And so it's a constant battle right there. This side is Alright, so now we got our center lines all figured out there. Huh?
Marker?
No, not on this, because I won't be able to wipe it off. My wife was asking if I want to use a black magic marker on this, but I don't want to because I won't be able to wipe those pencil marks off of that cover. So what I did, I just marked center on that cover.
Yep, good over here.
So now I got that all centered up, I'm going to draw this line around it. And that's the start of my template to route this pickup out. Now some of you may be asking, why are you putting it in the middle of that big old piece of wood? I've learned from experience. The more surface you have, the better off you're going to be when it comes to routing. And this piece of wood happens to be almost 3/4 of an inch thick, and which is pretty typical just to get your route started into the guitar body. I was going to use some of this thinner stuff, but then I thought, well, then I'll be fighting how deep my route will go. And this way, with a thicker piece, you can start off and do your route. I like to try to do routing of a pickup cavity in 3 passes. 3 to 4 passes. I do not hog out with the router. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this over to my drill press. We'll drill this out, and then after that I'll take it over to my sander, and then we'll sand out the inside perimeters of that and try to make it as nice as we can, and we'll test fit this to make sure it all fits and get it as close as possible with very little room in between there, because I always find the tighter we can make these look, the better they look, because they do screw in from the center to hold down to the body. And so anyway, this is where we're starting at. And if you want to, I'll have my wife bring the video cam over to the drill press. You can watch me drill through this. Okay, what I'm trying to do is find one of these Forstner bits that fits those corners a little bit better, because I think where we're going to start at is around the corners here, and then we'll hog out the rest of it as we go. That's just my preference. Your preference may vary. And again, when you put bits inside your drill press, it's a good idea to go all the way around to all three, because you can feel it cinch in. It's one thing you don't want anything wobbling on you while you're trying to drill. I'm going to be doing a string through on this guitar. That's where the string comes through the body, and I'll be doing that at a later date after we get the neck and I get it set on there. I think I mentioned we're supposed to get that today, the neck. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to get this fairly close to that corner there, so the closer you can get it to your lines, the less you have to sand. If you have a jigsaw, you can use your jigsaw to do this. You don't need to do it the way I'm doing it. I don't have a jigsaw. I've seen one guy where he takes his bandsaw and cuts all the way through and cuts it out, and then he puts a piece of veneer in there to help fill that gap back up. You can do it that way too. Whatever works. You can also use one of them handheld jigsaws and do this too. I might try that after I get these holes cut. I haven't used that in a long time. Alright, there we have it. I think I will try that little jigsaw out. See if we can cut this out with it instead of hogging all this out with the Forstner bit. I mentioned in other videos, you always want to set your drill press up for the speed of the Forstner bits, because you get it too fast, it's going to rip out on you, or it'll clog up on you, it'll jam. And if you go too slow, same thing. So it's good on the side of the shaft, it tells you the speed of the bit, and just set your press up for that. In the same way with drill bits, your router bits the same way. You want to set your router up for the speed, that the router bit's supposed to function at. And believe me, it does make a difference. Alrighty, I'm gonna look for my other saw and I'll bring you back in just a little. Alright, I found my little hand jigsaw here. It looks like it's got a metal blade. No, it's a wood blade. I've used either one for cutting wood. And what we're gonna do is just gonna cut this out as not right on the line, but close to the line. And then after that, then I'll take it over to my spindle sander and we'll sand this out, or either that, or if it depends how good it comes out, I may just do it by hand. We'll see what happens here in a minute. So here we go with this. So there we have that part. I think I'm gonna get my file out and just file this around and see what we come up with here. Be right back. Probably gonna have to do the neck joint tomorrow. It's already getting hot. It's supposed to be in the 95-degree range today. So that means I won't be able to stay out here too long. I'm just gonna use my rasp here. And we're just gonna file that off. What I'm doing is getting as close to that line as I can get it. And what I'll do, I'll true it up on the drum sander here in a second. All right, what we're gonna do now is take this over to my drum sander. And finish truing it up over there. All right, what we got here is a situation. I ran out of these smaller sanding barrels. I need to go order some. This one here's starting to fall apart on me. We'll see what we can do with it. And we'll go from there. All right, here we have it thus far. We're gonna test fit it now, see if it fits. And if it don't, we just keep sanding that way at it. And what happened on the back side here, I had a little bit of tear out when I did the Forstner bit thing. That's feeling pretty good. You can do this same thing with pieces of wood with sandpaper on it and do it by hand. You don't need one of these. Just handy to have. I have one, so I'm using it. So let's find our cover. Let's see how it fits. There it is. Fits pretty good. I think we'll just leave it at that. What do you think? Yep. So there you go. That's how I make a template for a pickup. Now if this is a humbucker, I do the same thing. I follow the same procedures. Only humbucker has the little tabbies that come out on it. And so anyway, there you have it. And we'll be bringing you back in once the neck comes in. I have to route the neck pocket first, and then we'll take the neck back off, put this in its place, route this out. Once I get the pickups routed, then we'll probably go ahead and place the neck back on it. And I'll probably wait to decide if I'm going to make it a bolt-on neck or a set neck. I'm leaning towards a set neck. And but whichever way I go, you got to get the neck in place, and we'll measure it off for the bridge. Then we'll drill out for the bridge, and I'll show you a neat trick on how to get your string through straight. and you can't do it by hand. You're going to do it. So even with jigs, you're not going to get them perfectly straight. So I have a method, and it's been proven method. Many guys use this method, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, bye now.